Pull up a chair by the heart, ladies and gentlemen, as this month the Tavern opens in Wartales, a brand new DLC filled with minigames, management. On top of the already in-depth gameplay mechanics, this pretty brutal survival game has in store for us. My name is Wartales and welcome back to Wartales on Extreme Difficulty. Today, we're starting from scratch and purchase our own humble place to attract all sorts of customers. We're gonna steal secret ingredients, host parties, and make a ton of crowns while at it. We're gonna check out everything you want to know about this brand new DLC and also see if it's worth your time. Let's get right to it. Alright, so here we are back on the Pirates of Belerion DLC, a save which has been going on for over 12 months on extreme difficulty with our ship El Aventurero. We instantly get a notification about the tavern, which by the way is a DLC, so you want to pick it up before you gain access to it. So yeah, what are we waiting for? Let's set sail to a port and travel to the zone. So here we have it, the Tavern County town. As you can see, we now have an extra icon to the right here, the Derelict Tavern. So this is where your adventure start of becoming a legendary innkeeper, I guess. So let's see what our friend Luke Bowes has to say right here. It's my pleasure to welcome you, mercenaries. Wow, that's a serious steal right there. I mean, recently purchased my own house and that's a whole different story. But of course, you're gonna have to purchase the DLC for this. But hey, excellent decision. We're gonna have to make something nice out of this dumpster, which can already be done by just simply clicking the cobwebs to clean all this, repair the damaged table, get rid of the debris, and oh, look at that. We have received and learned the alchemist crème brûlée specialty in our companion. So even some French delicious dishes. So there we go. We get introduced to the tavern management. Tavern is an establishment managed by the troupe, which can generate revenue during each shift. And to operate it successfully, we need staff, equipment, and an extensive menu. We also have to focus on a reputation system. With prestige, we can unlock equipment with it and even further expand the tavern. The more numerous, varied, and satisfied your patrons are, the more prestige we will earn. The main way to attract patrons and encourage them to spend money is to increase your comfort, security, and satisfaction levels, which are all calculated after each shift. Interesting. I really like this. I'm not sure how we want to name the tavern though. The Stuffed Swine Inn, let's go. I think this one just sounds perfect. And guys, don't you worry about messing up the name of your tavern. You can always change this later once you gain access to the tavern management menu, which is unlocked basically after a couple rests or playtime. Now we can switch in between our camp and the tavern itself by just simply clicking on that icon. What we can do is check out the recruits, new applications for different shifts, which we have right here. Very interesting. So we have Arnold, a cook with wages 7, food production increased by 5, adds 3 dishes to the slot menu. We've got alcohol production increased by 3, very interesting. We've got 2 dish slots to the menu, food production by 4. The tavern cannot operate without a tavern keeper. This is interesting. We're gonna need a tavern keeper as well. So you know what? Let's transfer Antonio. Well, he has robust service to attract working class patrons and also effectiveness to increase your prestige by 5%. Maybe instead we should go with Johnny, the Snow Yeti which we captured earlier. He's going to be our bouncer. Less reputation during each shift because obviously a prisoner, but he does increase our security by 10. And the interesting thing is we can also assign a thief who blends in with the patrons to rob them and generate additional value. However, they occupy a seat and reduce the security level. So we don't really want that. We also want to have a brewer. So if we click on the oven, we can create our menu. With these slots available, you can choose whatever you want to put on the menu right here. And this also shows you the sales odds. So this is a pretty high chance we only need one place for this type of meal. While if we scroll down the list, some actually need more places. We can change the sale price of our alcohol, while this only has 11% chance right now. For 6, the majority will purchase it, but for 5, it's 94%. I think a nice celebration deal basically to kickstart our business, don't you guys agree? We also have the barrel aging. Each time it fills up, the alcohol in the barrel adds points of the aging score, which increases the value as well. In the bottom right here, we have our stuffing icon. We've got the menu with our dishes, but also the layout where we can upgrade our equipment. We also have different types of tavern walls, which you can unlock right here. But all this is purchased with tavern coins or copper coins, which can be exchanged for crowns. So I think we have everything set up and ready. The tavern is fully operational, so I guess now we can continue our quest to completing contracts, vanquish some bad guys. All right, look at that. We just found Mati Lelea's troop. If we take him out, we get a nice bounty of 221, while this one comes with a massive prize, while we have another one right here, 3 very close to each other, where we can of course already capture a nice amount of bad guys. All right, we're gonna get reintroduced to the combat of Wartales. I remember it being super brutal on extreme difficulty. Well, check this out. This Batilelea also comes with a new type of shield, which I haven't seen yet. Let's go, Ragnar. That's already a nice start of the battle. Oh, brutality. We've got another zealot. Whew, I guess he didn't see that one coming. And now we have only one left, with 3 more rounds to play before they get to play. So I think it's game over for these dudes. Oops. GG, we got our hands on Gladius of the Eye. Let's go, level 11. Pretty strong sword with both the Hallowed Strike and the Putric Oil. So let's see how our tavern is doing. So I guess we're just gonna do a little bit of resting and see what happens. So the troops are well rested, wages were paid, we gained some valor points, troops happiness increased, etc, etc. And as theft swine in, look at that, the performance sheet. We made 8 coins profit, sales 73, minus of course supply cost and wages. We have 8 patrons, plus 8 prestige, and in general a satisfaction level of 81. I think this is pretty good. The pike soup didn't perform at all, so maybe we have to remove it from the menu, while sausage and bread, well, people absolutely love this. So we just have to level this up a little bit more. We also have a mixed clientele, it says, which all, yeah, sounds pretty interesting to me. Let's get rid of the pike soup and add something else, maybe some grilled carp. Or boiled eel. Mmm, delicious. First though, we're gonna assassinate the battalion right here for a little bit more cash. Look at that, we just found the Purgatory Mace, cleared the bad guys, repair some of the damage, and voila, we have almost 1,000 crowns waiting for us when we get back to the town. So I'm gonna quickly pick up this ore and then revisit our tavern, because honestly, I'm pretty curious what happened this time. So our troop is well rested once again. This time we even made 9 prestige and also 27 profit. Let's go. That's very nice numbers right there. And it was good to switch out pike soup with a boiled eel, because this one also made us a nice amount of money. Also made a nice amount of gold. So now we gain access to the tavern management, where we can see our prestige, capacity, comfort, security level, etc. So I think a very nice one to have a better view on all the stats. We also see our growth right here. So from humble beginnings, we already had a fantastic second shift. On the clientele tab, we also have a whole lot of interesting stats right here. So if you welcome these, they also come with some kind of bonus. The sailors, after you've welcomed 100, will give you some kind of rewards. I really have no clue what this reward will be, but in general, I don't know, this just adds a whole new dimension to Wartales. Now you're just not resting with your squad, but after each rest, you have, yeah, these things to focus on. I really like this. I mean, it adds a whole new layer, a new dimension to the management system in the game, let's say, as yeah, Wartales simply is that. You always have to manage your happiness, make sure your troops are satisfied. You want to focus on having enough influence, the valor points for combat, food management to keep those tummies filled at all times, and those crowds. Otherwise, your troops are gonna be furious if they don't get paid. If we visit the inn right now, we can collect all that sweet bounty and review some new contracts. You know what? Let's also do a little bit of resting right here, so we can see how our tavern performed this time. Check it out. Now we can also withdraw some funds if we want to. 100 of the copper equals to 22 regular coins. But I think it's more interesting to invest in additional tables, which we can use to basically get more clientele, get more customers in our place. And it seems like we've got somebody with a request. Ooh, look at that. We've got a black market agent visiting our tavern. Oh, this lady, she asks us to provide a place where she can discreetly trade with her customers. Who knows what consequences this choice may have. I'm actually gonna accept this because I've always been a loyal business partner or trusted friend of the black market, let's say. So I kind of want to know how this impacts our adventure. Who knows, it's gonna be bad. But hey, we have some more tavern tables to install. Reward promised, the Raider's bow. No thanks. You've just completed the mission to help the refugees. Technically, I did do them a favor by removing them from the face of the earth. But hey, it's not just extreme difficulty for me alone. Also for our friends who we encounter during our adventures. Now, I'm pretty curious how well our Stuffed Swine Inn has performed, as we have much more tables. Alright, look at that, 178 profit this time. And we also got an event. The black market turned such a big profit that the agent gave you a cut. GG. Anyways, let's get rid of the apple pancake and add some easy winners, let's say, with a high chance of profitability. I mean, it's all about business, guys. We just want to make as much money as we can, right? But man, in general, it's nice to see that our tavern is really doing great so far. K-Slick increases comfort by 11 and also the sales odds by 17%. Let's go. That sounds like a nice guy to have. Guys, check this out. Our Bard K-Slick, which we just assigned to the job, now increases comfort and also the sale odds by 70% for all the patrons in this area. So you want to make your tavern's layout as optimal as possible, basically, to make more money. I like this. Seems like some people aren't very happy with the prices, and the security could have been better as well. So I guess this is something we can start working on. Oh, Theric the Juggler. Nice business proposal right here. Seems like we've got some people who wish to perform in our tavern. We can go for mystery, farce, or of course refuse the offer. But you know what? I am always up for some mystery. Very much looking forward to seeing what they can bring to the table. And check it out, we just unlocked rivalry for taverns as well. I think pretty similar to Lords of the Sea or the dual tab in the Belerion DLC. Now we also have to challenge or basically rank up in the leaderboard, deal with other drunkards during our adventure, let's say. If we send an infiltrator to the Lynx Spa, we can, with thievery, potentially gain some crowns, which sounds nice and all, but in general, we want to just focus on making our tavern better for the long term, right? This right here is nice. We can potentially unlock some new secret recipes. My customers keep complaining about the fact that we don't have a nice variety of alcohol, so I think we want to focus on this. We can also add a companion to this. In just 4 rests time, she has a success rate of 80. I kind of want to give this a shot. This employee will be away from their brewer job for the duration of their mission. That's fine. So let's assign our grandpa to this barrel right here. Please, a lot of people with a slightly lower price. Everyone is gonna just consume alcohol like crazy. This is exactly what we need. In the meantime, we also made our way to the Garusas clan market. So let's talk to this lady right here. Sell our stock. And you know what? Let's pick up all her trade goods while we're at it. As in my opinion, this is an amazing way to make a ton of money pretty quickly. While you're also, of course, skipping a lot of time. Make progression with the tavern. As you're just walking from A to B, you can capture some prisoners on the way, maybe also complete some other contracts. But now we're going to Strumpcap with a inventory filled with, of course, these trade goods, which slowly increase in value the further we walk away from the previous town we visited. And of course, every now and then, like right now, we also have to do a little bit of resting, so we can throw some snacks on the fire. And in the next camp's rest, we also had a new event. Johnny unlocked the specialty entertainer. And check it out, a noble just visited. What? She wants me to throw them out, my loyal customers. She doesn't care for their smell. You know what? No nobles for 3 shifts. Get the hell out of my place. And let's also place a menu in the center of our tavern so we can further increase the sale odds. We have very satisfied results, a nice amount of prestige, and 183 crowns. That's even higher compared to what we had before. A wedding was held in our tavern with another 100 points. We also have a successful infiltration, which now gives us access to rum, ladies and gentlemen. And we also have some promotion items have changed. So this is what happened to the Stuffed Swine Inn. Man, I am super satisfied with all this. Now we can put this one for sale. Go for the regular brandy, while Angic, I think, should do a little bit of experimenting with no brandy, but rum instead. Yes, to produce delicious, simple dishes, which can be sold at a higher price, increased by 20%. You know what? Since business is thriving, I think it's the perfect moment to also pimp the place a little bit, attract some new customers. With the rustic tavern wall, we can increase comfort and attract working class patrons. With the stylish wall, though, we can attract upscale people. But I like to just keep it simple. Just go for the regular guys. Now we can even change the color. Let's go. Of course, we want to go with sweet blue Varian brandings. But then later on, we can also go for the flooring. But that, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, is pretty much everything you want to know to get started with your own tavern in Wartales. In my opinion, a very nice new addition to the game with a whole new layer of management. I think it's really nice to see all those numbers increase or decrease depending on the choices you make. And after 20 shifts, I think we're doing pretty good. If you enjoyed the content, it would be amazing if you could spare 1 second of your time and hit that like button. Not only will you help out my channel, but of course also other people finding this video. And of course, share your thoughts about the DLC in the comments down below. I would love to know what you think about this. Is it a nice addition to Wartales? Or maybe you think like, this is not really something for me. If you're curious about more content for specifically the Tavern Opens DLC, let me know in the comments down below as well. Right now though, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you an amazing day. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.